Welcome to Michigan's WW1 Centennial News Report for March 2014. During this program, we're going to examine the Student Army Training Corp, how it was formed, and what exactly it did. Before we do that, though, we're going to go to a National WW1 Centennial update. The WW1 Memorial Inventory Project is a volunteer-based effort to assemble a comprehensive online record of WW1 memorials and monuments in the United States. Its mission is to promote the documentation, preservation, appreciation, and interpretation of these memorials, and in doing so, to raise the profile of WW1 in American public consciousness. Sadly, as we approach the war centennial, these memorials and their original purpose to honor in perpetuity the more than 4 million Americans who served in the war and the more than 116,000 who died during the war. These monuments have been largely forgotten, have fallen into disrepair, or have been vandalized. Please visit the WW1 Memorial Inventory Project online. The primary purpose of the Student Army Training Corp is to utilize the executive and teaching personnel and the physical equipment of the educational institutions to assist in the training of our new armies. These facilities will be especially useful for the training of officer candidates and technical experts of all kinds to meet the needs of the service. This training is conducted in over 600 colleges, universities, professional, technical, and trade schools of the country. The Student Army Training Corp was divided into two sections, the Collegiate or A section and the Vocational or B section. The B section units were formerly known as the National Army Training Detachments. Their aim was to train soldiers for service as trade specialists in the Army. The Collegiate or A section started October 1, 1917 and was open to students who belonged to a university or a professional school. By joining the Student Army Training Corp, they voluntarily inducted themselves into the service. They became members of the Army on active duty, receiving pay and subsistence, subject to military orders, and living in barracks under military discipline in exactly the same manner as any other soldier. Members of the Collegiate or A section who show their rating in academic and military work have the unusual ability that they may transfer to the Central Officers Training School, transfer to a non-commissioned officers training school, be assigned to an institution where they are enrolled for further intensive work in a specific line such as engineering, chemistry, or medicine. Those members who do not justify their continuing training at the college may be assigned to a vocational training section for technical training or transferred to a cantonment for duty with troops as a private. Members of the vocational section who show exceptional fitness or promise may be recommended for officers or non-commissioned officers school or may continue where they're at for more advanced study. Members of the vocational sections will ordinarily remain at the institutions for 2 months and then will be assigned to various branches of the service in which technicians are needed. College life as it was known would be a thing of the past. In its place would be the strict discipline of a military organization. Gone would be every distinction of athletic prowess, fraternity prestige, or social preeminence. The military training would be carried out much as it would be in a normal military camp. This training would consist of reveille, retreat, roll call, regular drill, in addition to the methods of strict discipline that were used in all military camps. Field training exercises were generally split up into two categories. The first consisted of drill and ceremony that usually required the cadets to march in formation, at times with bayonets on the campus green. The second category was one that sought to prepare the cadets for trench warfare. A system of trenches was built, usually near an athletic field. Although they were usually too shallow to be actual trenches, they did provide the students with some semblance of what it would be like to be in the front line trenches. Cadets were also required to wear their uniform, the standard Army khaki uniform, during most of the year. Additionally, they were required to follow orders given by any of their Army officer superiors. Perhaps one of the biggest changes associated with military training was the institution of a strict daily schedule. The orderliness of this schedule aimed to do away with leisure activities. A typical day would go like this. At 6:45 would be reveille. At 7 a.m. would be breakfast mess. From 7:30 until 9:30 would be drill. From 9:30 until 12 would be recitation and study. At 12:15 would be lunch mess. At 1 p.m. until 4:30 would be study and recitation. 4:30 to 5:30 would be athletics and recreation. At 5:30 would be dinner mess. From mess until 7:30 was the students' free time. From 7:30 until 9:30 they were studying under supervision, and at 10 p.m. it was TAPS. The following Michigan schools participated in the Student Army Training Corp. They were Adrian College, Albion College, Alma College, Central State Normal School, which is now Central Michigan University, Detroit College of Medicine and Surgery, which is now Wayne State Medical School, Detroit Junior College, which is now Wayne State University, University of Detroit, which is now University of Detroit Mercy, Grand Rapids Junior College, Hillsdale College, Hope College, Kalamazoo College, Michigan Agricultural College, which is now Michigan State University, Michigan College of Mines, which is now Michigan Technical University, Michigan State Normal College, which is now Eastern Michigan University, the University of Michigan, Northern State Normal School, which is Northern Michigan University, Olivet College, St. Silas and St. Methodist Seminary, which is now part of the Orchard Lake Schools, and Western State Normal School, which is Western Michigan University. The Student Army Training Corp produced significant changes in a college's curriculum. These changes would ultimately reveal how military training, not higher education, took precedence during this time. Washington authorities of the War Department suggested that any college that participated in the program should split its collegiate year into quarters rather than the semester system. The quarter system would allow men to be sent off to active duty in the event that they were needed after a mere 12-week training period, instead of being pulled out halfway through an academic term, which frequently occurred under the semester system. The strict military discipline that was introduced in the colleges not only altered the academic curriculum of the school, but it further dramatically changed campus life as a whole. Leisurely social activities were replaced by stern requirements of the military program. The Student Army Training Corps gave the men of college age the ability to fulfill their patriotic duty while simultaneously receiving a college education. After the signing of the armistice in November of 1918, the schools would begin the process of demobilizing the Student Army Training Corps while simultaneously readjusting themselves to their former academic or technical situation.
Though you're leaving me today, never fear. In my thoughts you'll always be ever near. There's a tear in every eye as the boys go marching by, but they're out the door, I hear them cheer. All the things you plan to do, I am sure they will come true, and I'll walk and wait for you over here. Au revoir, but not goodbye, soldier boy. Brush the teardrop from your eyes, soldier boy. When you're on the deep blue sea, will you sometimes think of me? I'll be waiting again.